Hi everyone, in this video we are going to discuss about network security groups. So what is a network security groups? It's like just a basic firewall that filters the traffic at network layer. This network security group contains a list of security rules that allow or deny traffic to the resources in Azure VNet. So resources in the sense like it can be a VM or a subnet. That's what I'm saying here. Like network security group can be assigned in a subnet level and a VM level. Let's have a so as you can see here, I have mentioned source as internet. That means like we are trying to access the VMs that are deployed in Azure cloud from internet. So till now that we are just deploying a VM and we are accessing through our internet directly by doing an SSH. So what is the need of NSG here? NSG helps you to filter the kind of access you are doing. For suppose NSG was created and NSG does not allow any rule from internet's outside network of Azure to access the resources inside the Azure network. So here we have to create an NSG rule to get this allowed. You can see here, see I have created one rule which allows port 22 and port 80. As you know, port 22 is for SSH and port 80 is a web. So now when I created this rule, you can able to SSH the server in a Azure VNet. So once your request comes, it will travel to this NSG and NSG has a rule like we are allowing a port 22 here, so it allows and we can able to access the VM. Similarly, if there is a website hosted in your VM, you can access the website using the port 80 which is hosted inside the VM. And network security groups are also used to deny the traffic. So when you come here, I don't want my VM to access the websites outside the internet. That means I don't want my VM to have a internet access. So what I did is like I have created a one more rule in that I have denied. I have marked it as red because I want to show like I'm denying it. So I have denied port 80 here so that I can't access any website which runs on port 80. I also mentioned star represents all the ports. I don't want any port to be opened from my VM the outside network. This is how the NSG works. Now let's get into the implementation and see how it works. To get this implemented, we need a VNet and a VM and also an NSG, and we have to create a rules inside the NSG. Let's go and create it. I have already deployed a lab to see what are all deployed. So I have created a resource group, a VNet, and in that VNet I have created an NSG. So NSG rule is also created. If you can see the rule here, I have named the NSG as RG1 NSG1 here. So my rule should go to that RG1 NSG1. So the rule name is like RG1 NSG1 and rule 1. This is what I have given the name for this. And source I have given a star. That means everything comes under star. And port ranges also I have mentioned star here. That means all the ports. And destination I have mentioned same. Because first we'll allow everything, because by default NSG blocks everything from outside network. Then we'll do our testing by blocking a certain ports. And it's a TCP protocol. I have access action will be allow priority 100. Description I just mentioned, like I mentioned allow. So after that to test this I need a VM. So I have created a VM here. I also deployed one more NSG to show you like we can also do it in a subnet level, and for the same I have created a rule and a subnet a VM. Now let's go to the Azure GUI, click on network security groups here. As you can see, you have two NSGs deployed. One is an RG1 NSG1 and the other is RG1 subnet NSG. Let's check the virtual machines were created. Virtual machines are also created. Let's go and see what is there in RG1 and SG1. In that, we are going for inbound security rules. So inbound security rules, as it's mentioned, like any, I have given source as any and destination as any. You can also edit the rule by clicking on it. See if what options were there in source. Like I can keep it any. IP addresses. That means if you are trying to access the Azure network with only one IP, like you have some specified static IP with you, then you can give the static IP here, and the port I can mention like what ports we need, but for now I'm just giving any port, all the ports. And destination also I have mentioned same, the protocol TCP action allow. If you want to deny, you have to select deny, but I'm allowing here. Priority I have given 100. What is the lesser priority number? It will be given the first preference, so I have mentioned 100 here. It starts from 100. Saved it. This is what I have done from a command line. Hope you understand now. So now I'm able to access my VM. If you can see, these three rules are a default rules. These are like virtual networks. You see, you can see the source network and destination networks are both are the virtual network. That means the VNets. The other is from Azure load balancer to any. And if you can see, deny all inbound, it mentioned as deny all inbound, and here in action we have mentioned to deny. That means anything which comes outside, which comes from outside, should be denied. That is what I have overridden in this rule with a priority 100, because 100 will be taken importance. Let's go and log into our VM now. I'm able to log into this VM because I have allowed it. We'll do one thing here. We'll go and install Nginx. Nginx is installed. Now search with this IP in a browser. Nginx page should be opened. As you can see, like welcome to Nginx. Now what we'll do is like we'll go to network security group. We'll edit it. We'll make source as any. So port range is also fine. Destination I'll give port 22. This means only SSH should work and SSH should work. That means the Nginx page which is opening now, that should deny. We have given only 22 here, so only SSH should work. So it is updated, rule is updated. Now go back. I'm just copying this IP address again. I'll go to incognito mode because there will be a cache because we opened it, right? So I'm trying to access it from here. So we are unable to access it. Similarly, we can also change it by giving 480 access and denying 22, and also we can give like separated with a comma, we can give access to port 80 and port 22 also. Similarly, you can give what all port access you need, you can give provided here. So this virtual machine, these rules are getting applied. So where did I apply this NSG rule? If you can see in my code here, while deploying my VM, I have given NSG. So this is VM creation command. So in this command I have mentioned NSG RG1 NSG1. So here I have associated this VM. In GUI you can also see, you can go to network interfaces here. As you can see, VM NIC, the VM is got assigned to this NSG. If you don't want it, you can just click on here and disassociate. It will be disassociated. Now come to the other one. So here is the other NSG, subnet NSG. I have created this just to make you understand, like we can also create NSGs on subnet levels. So for this, after creating it here, go into subnets. So there is nothing here. I have created one VM. If you saw, I have created one VM in subnet 2. So virtual network is RG1 VNet 1, and I have my VM is on subnet 2. So I have created it. So subnet is same. Then go to the rules here. As you can see, I have created any here. That means I have allowed everything even in this. Now let's log into the VM 2 port 20. So it's not connecting to the VM. Go and check the NSG inbound rules. Here I have allowed only port 80. Sorry. So I'm giving it as star. Now it should work because I have given only port 80 and we are using port 20 to get SSH to the server. Now I have changed it to, now it should work. Trying to log into the VM. And now I'm able to log in because I have allowed all ports. So this is how NSG works on subnet level. Now comes to our next topic. Application Security Group is a new feature in NSG that allows to configure network security using application centric approach. So it simplifies the usage. Through ASG we can group all VMs irrespective of IPs with the same VNet. As you can see in a picture here, I have grouped web servers. So what is application security group? We can group all the web servers irrespective of this IPs. The the servers in a same VNet can be grouped into one, and we can directly assign that application group in source or destination fields as per our requirement in a NSG. So as you can see here, my source is internet, and here my destination is web servers. So here I no need to mention an individual IPs in a source field. I can directly create one ASG, and I can assign that ASG in a destination which all needs certain port access. Certain port in the sense it can be a 22, 80, 443 as per our requirement. And we'll see one more scenario that your web servers need to communicate to the application servers. In this scenario, we will be creating two ASGs. One is like web servers. I have clubbed my web servers into one ASG and my application servers into one ASG called app ASG. So in source I have mentioned web server web ASG, and in destination I can give application ASG. And we also have a one more which are like service tags. What is service tags? Azure has some predefined service tags based on services provided. We can use this default tags to allow or deny the network access of Azure services. So let's go and see how this application security groups and service tags. So here I'm using my RG1 NSG1 only, using my both the VMs. So I'll do one thing, I'll delete those rules from this NSGs. See, I cannot delete it because it's using the subnet, so I need to go to the subnets and first deassociate, then I'll delete it. Now I'll create an application security group. Click on add. My resource group is RG1, I'm giving it as web servers. Creating. Deployment is in progress. So once my application security group is created, I need to come to my VMs here, networking. In networking you can see application security group here. So you need to click on configure and you have to select this server, save. So now the VM1 is being assigned to application security group called web servers. Similarly, we also do it for VM2, application security group, configure, web servers. Now both the servers are part of an application security group called web servers. So now go to network security group here and assign, go to inbound security rule. Now add a rule. Here I want source to be any and port range to be any, and destination is like I have a application security group web servers. So destination port I'm giving it as star. So all web servers. So this is how we can implement application security groups. You can check for the connection. And now comes to service tags. It's also similar as we have mentioned here. Application security group. Similarly, we also have a service tags here. You can see source service tag. So internet, virtual network. These all are like default service tags of Azure. You can select the service tag which service you want to be used as per our requirement. That's it for this video. Hope you all like this video. Please like and subscribe for more videos.